Hey YouTube, me again. Just gonna go on a little rant here because as you can see, I'm just a little fired up. Alright, so there's a lot of shit going around Canada and Ontario mainly, and in my city that's a little starting to piss me off. I come from Barrie, Ontario, and 35% of my population of Barrie is on some sort of government assistance. Or 30% or 25%, something ridiculous anyway. I think it's 30% of my population is on some sort of government assistance. That means that out of 130 or 150,000 people, there are almost 50,000 people on government assistance in Barrie. That's fucking horseshit. Why you can't find a job is fucking beyond me. Because there's so many fucking jobs out there, it's not hard to find. But see, people in our Western society think that jobs are just too good, or not good enough for them, and they're too good for different types of jobs, like McDonald's or Tim Hortons, or, you know, any sort of little small shop thing that, you know, they're looked down upon. I don't know, because they're making $10.25 an hour. Who gives a shit? It's a fucking job. Get off the damn system. Okay, and now I'm hearing people starting bitching, complaining about EI, because they're saying something about EI, that you shouldn't be able, that government is saying that if you're taking EI and a job comes up an hour away, take it. And people are all up in arms like, oh my god, I can't believe I should be taking this job an hour away. Toronto, Barrie is an hour away. If you cannot get your ass on a freaking subway or a GO train to go to Toronto to get a job, there is something seriously wrong with you. In Toronto, you're going to be making more money, especially if it's a full-time position. You're going to make some good money. Okay, there's factories, there's jobs, there's big industries there. You're going to make good money. You're going to make more money in Toronto than you are in frickin' Barrie. So what if you're going to have to spend $125 a month on friggin' bus fare or whatever you choose to take to going to Toronto or in Toronto? You're saving that money on gas, and you should feel better about yourself because you're providing for your family. Not just sitting there at home, chilling out, drinking your fucking beer, smoking your dope, and blaming everybody else for your freaking problems. And this is just starting to really piss me off with us Canadians thinking that we should just have everything given to us, and, you know, because you've had a mental breakdown because you smoke crack or have done some sort of drug that the government should pay for your ass? No. You should have been put into freaking prison, and you should go to freaking rehab, and then you should get a job, and then you should start thinking, what the hell is wrong with my life? What do I need to do to fix it? Because throwing money at you ain't gonna fix shit. Because all you're going to do is you're going to go out and you're going to find some more crack or your beer, or you're going to go find whatever drug you used to get high, drunk, or stoned from. That's what you're going to do. You're not worried about a job, you're just worried about how am I going to get high next. I personally believe that welfare should only be there for those who actually need it. Government assistance is there for people who need it. I think that you should only be on welfare or some sort of government assistance for 6 months. If you cannot find a job in 6 months, there is a serious problem. You should start rethinking how you are coming across in lines of work. Because there's something that you're doing that's not getting you a job. The only exception is a single mother or a single father. I am 100% in agreement that if you're a single parent and you have a child, you shouldn't, and you have to collect a mother's allowance or a father's allowance. I don't know if there is one, but there should be one because that's discriminatory, right? But anyways, besides the fact, you should not have to work. Even if you can work part-time, cool, because I know babysitting and daycare is expensive. But guess what? The kid turns 6 or 4 or 5 or 6, whatever the government decides to implement, they're going to school. During the times that they are at school, get a job. Places like McDonald's, places like Tim Hortons, or any other big box names like Walmart will work around your schedule. They will understand that you have a life and there's children that you have to raise. It may not be the greatest money in the world, but guess what? You're making something. You're accomplishing something in your bloody life. Get off the system, people. Get off the system. Our taxes are already high enough. Our country is in the shits. And all you're doing is making it worse. And I'm not blaming I'm not just looking at somebody on YouTube and like, you are doing all this problem. Because I don't know you at all. I don't know your life story, and I don't want to know your life story. I'm just going on saying that welfare is so corrupt, it's disgusting. There's people there that spend their whole life in the system collecting money, free money. But then when you ask them to go and do something, they're like, whoa, why? I shouldn't have to do that. You have families, I'm not trying to put any of the women viewers down at all, because there's only a small, tiny percentage that do this, okay? That go out, decide to sleep with 5 men, get pregnant with 4 of them, and have babies. And what do? They decide to say bye-bye to the men and collect money. In Barrie, there's a woman that I don't know personally, but has come to my job regularly, and has 4 different kids with 4 different dads, collecting 4 different checks for baby bonuses, collecting mother's allowance, and 4 different checks from the fathers for child support. That lady makes more in a month than I do in 3. Is that right? No, it's not right. But is it ever going to change? Not unless if we give up our socialized tendencies in Canada and our government decides to wake up and smell the fucking roses. And when you Canadian citizens start to wake up and smell the roses. Now, I'm not an old man. I'm not anywhere close to being old. I'm a 22-year-old Canadian citizen. But people, it is time to wake up. It is time to realize that there's more to life than sitting on the system. Because all my generation does right now is sit there at home, playing their fucking Call of Duty or doing whatever. Go out and get a job. Get off your ass and experience life. I know people who are 26 years old and have never worked a day in their life. It's disgusting. Come on, Canada. Wake up. Get up, Canada.